It wasn't that, it was me. Okay.
All right, guys, thanks a bunch for signing up to help out with Bricktown Throwdown. So we're going to talk about the Shannon workout right now. This one's kind of confusing because, you know, guys and girls do different things, scaled and generations and pro all have different things. So I want you to really pay attention to the scorecards if you get confused. Like, notice how this is the pro female, and they have 12 calories right here for the bike. Well, look at the guys, pro male, they have 20 calories for the bike. So please, if you get confused, look at the numbers, the words that it says that the actual movements are. That's going to be correct on your scorecard. Obviously, you can go to the head judge if you need clarification, but that's going to be accurate to help out you guys. So it's going to start with all three athletes off the bike. They can set the seat up however they want. We're going to have equipment guys that handle the monitors. So 3, 2, 1, go. They're going to get on the bike. They're not going to press anything. They're just going to start going and go as hard as they want. Now what we're looking for is for their monitor to show 20 calories for the guys, 12 calories for the girls before they're allowed to get their butt up off the seat. So they can take their hands off, they can put their feet on the pegs, but they can't actually get off until it says 20 calories or 12 calories for the girls. Now, as soon as it says that, they're allowed to get off and continue with the workout. Now, their team can reset the seat. You know, they can change all this stuff. We'll have our equipment person, you know, reset the monitor, but that's fine. They're not allowed to, they don't get on the bike yet, but they are allowed to change the settings. All right, so now we're going on to the handstand walk. For the pro division, the handstand walk has to be unbroken for the full 40 feet. We're gonna have a red tape line at the beginning, a red tape line at the end with some white markers in between it. Okay, so they have to kick up with their both hands on this side of the line. So we'll watch Espy. He'll kick up, his hands will be on this side of the line, and then he'll get, you know, all the way past. Just come down after that next one. Oh, so that would be a no rep because he didn't get both hands over the line. So in the amateur division, he would have to come back here and kick up again. Now the pro division, again, they have to do the whole thing unbroken. So if any point the pro athlete comes down without getting both hands across the final line, both hands across the final line, they're coming all the way back to restart it. Again, the amateur division just has to make it, you know, they're 5 feet at a time, right? So if they came down in here, they would come back to this line, the last successful line they completed, all right? For the generations division, the 3 athletes do different things. And so you'll notice that it's like that on the score sheet also, because it's kind of confusing. Let me find that score sheet, generations. Yeah, so, all right, generations, you'll notice that the first athlete does the front rack lunges. Let's watch Espy do some of those. He picks them up. You can hold it like that or flat ways if you want to, whatever. Yeah, as long as it's in the front rack. And he's going to do his lunges, same thing, where his foot starts behind the line, finishes past the line. So he's just lunging down. Now the second athlete would do the same thing, but overhead, right? Yep. Good. And the third athlete would do the handstand walk. Now, one of the things that's kind of weird on the lunges is that if they stutter step and go forward, right, they would need to come back to their previous completed line. Same thing if they switch hands. So if Espy's going, he makes it past this line, right? And then he wants to switch hands. Now he's got to start back behind that line again, right? So the whole section has to be completed unbroken, or he has to come back past from that previous line. You got anything to add to that, Jared?
They don't have to do the
wedding walk.
They don't have to do that, but they need to open up.
So
no duck walking.
Show them that, Espy, where you don't have to bring your feet together. You could just walk through. Yeah, but we need to see them opening up, right? Standing all the way up. And you can tell them that. Just stand all the way up. All right, so after they get all the way past.
Bring that. You need it, Espy. You need it.
Final line. You can, yeah. So either they're handstand walking or they're lunging and they get all the way past the line.
Good
they
job.
can leave their dumbbell. And now we're going into, for all divisions except for scaled, is doing toes to bar. So they'll go into 20 toes to bar, broken up however they want. We're just looking for feet to cross at the bottom and toes to touch on the top. The scaled version will be doing toes through rings. Now, toes through rings, we legitimately mean toes through the rings. So both toes will poke through those rings in order for a rep to count. Just like toes to bar, this is toes through rings.
Got it. That's good.
After 20 of them, they're going back. So it'll either be the same version, right? The overhead dumbbell lunge, the dumbbell front rack lunge, the handstand walk in increments, or the handstand walk unbroken. Once they get all the way past, both hands or both feet past the line.
Can you guide?
I mean, it's going to be they're going to need to show control. So,
No diving?
I mean, if they're just like belly flopping to touch, then we probably know they didn't get past it. Yeah. What do you think, Jared? What's the official call on diving?
I don't know what the definition of a dive would be.
I think I just need both hands on the ground.
Want me to show it?
Past. Yeah, show it. No, I don't think you got that one past.
But if he would have had his both hands
But if you
across,
got both hands past, I think that counts.
yeah, it's hard to dive 5 feet
It's hard to dive 5 feet. That's right. So,
and your feet not be on the ground.
so we'll say both hands past the line with your feet not on the ground.
Yeah,
That's what we're
that's
looking
as
for.
good as we can do.
Yeah, it's as good as we can do. So I guess they'll be able, I'm not going to say diving in the athlete briefing. I'm going to say both hands past the line with their feet off the ground.
Okay.
Some people could dive, I guess, and make that happen. As soon as they get them both past, now they're tagging the next partner, and then that next partner is going to get on the bike. So
Okay.
they're not on the bike yet. They're tagging and they're going. So we're doing that with 3 cycles through, 3 cycles. And you'll notice that as they're going, they have these like rep numbers over here on the side in gray, right? So I have how many reps they're doing in white, and then I have the rep total in gray. And that's so like, let's say an athlete only made it 6 of the 8 handstand walk increments back, right? They only made it 6 of the 8. Well, then I'm going to go ahead and give them 132 plus 6 reps. So that's going to be 138 reps for this part A, I should say. So that would be their score. If they finished it all, then obviously I would give them a time. You know, I wouldn't write this. I would write their time that they finished. You know, 6:52.19 or whatever. And that's all from my stopwatch that I started, right? So, okay, so those are our 2 things we can put in part A. Now, as soon as they're done with part A, that's not true, not as soon as they're done. There's an 8-minute cap, and there's a 1-minute rest, and then there's a 3-minute max effort synchronized muscle ups. So with our synchronized, dang it.
We're gonna have to use that. We're gonna have to use that.
Just scoot down one, So with our synchronized muscle ups, what we're looking for is locking out at the same time, right? So all it has to be is elbows locked out together. They don't have to be synchronized at the bottom. One can get up there and wait, but we need both elbows to be locked out at the same time. So yeah, as long as they're locked out at the top together. So if we're going, right, hit, right, that's locked out together. We go to our next one. Right, there's going to be one resting athlete, and they can switch however they want. They can go back and forth, or the singles, or big sets, whatever, as long as it's locked out together at the top for every rep. Okay. Scale division is going to be burpee pull-ups synchronized. Now their chest doesn't need to touch the ground at the same time. They just need to have their chins over at the same time. So let's do a burpee. So let's say Andrew is a little ahead of me. That's okay. That's fine. One of us might just have to wait a little. Yeah. And they can tip them. Right. That's fine. Whatever. Right. As long as chins are over together. That's what we're going to be counting.
So chin has just got to be over the hands.
Over the hands.
Over the fingers.
Over the fingertips.
Cool. And so for that one, the easy way to do your scoring is just to kind of mark down here every time they get one. You know, if you can remember doing it in 5s, it'll be easy. And you can look back at the end, write how many reps they got, have your name right here printed, really legible, please, so that we can ask you questions if we need to, and then just get their captain's signature.
The I forgot what I was gonna say.
Hopefully remember, we'll put it in this Facebook group. Okay, sweet. Hey, thanks a bunch, guys. You're welcome.